Prepare a drought-resistant garden. Water is very important in keeping a garden healthy. However, there will be times when the water supply will be limited. This usually occurs in summer, when drought is most likely to occur. Because drought can gradually kill plants, it is important that you prepare your garden for whatever possibility. In fact, it is best to develop your garden to be drought-resistant as early as the planning stage. In this article, we will offer you some tips on how to do that. Cultivate drought-resistant plants. There are several drought-resistant plants that you can consider. These include orange cosmos, globe amaranth, rock rose, and honeysuckle. Make sure to look for drought-resistant plants that will grow well in your place. You might have to talk to your local nurseryman about this. Consider your soil. Soil is one of the factors that can determine the success of your drought-resistant garden. It should have a good drainage system and should neither be clayish nor sandy. Consider the soil requirements of your plants. Then run a soil test. If the soil doesn't meet the plant's requirements, introduce amendments to your soil. Remember also to avoid over-fertilizing your soil when the water supply is limited. There's not enough water to balance the fertilizer, making the plants prone to damage. Minimize the plants that require more water. You don't necessarily have to entirely fill your garden with drought-resistant plants. You can still go for plants that have high water requirements, but make sure to keep them at a minimum. If you decide to place such plants in your garden, make sure to pick those that have deep roots. Deep roots can sip the water from the underground, so the plants will still get hydrated even if you don't water them much. Plan the placement of your plants. Their positions should be determined by their water requirements. Those that need less water should be grouped together. The same should be done to the plants with moderate and high water requirements. If they are grouped this way, it will be a lot easier for you to water the plants. Water in the morning. A drought-resistant garden is ideally watered in the morning, when the sun is not too intense. Water won't quickly evaporate during this time and will therefore nourish the plants well. Avoid watering the garden in the afternoon and evening. The afternoon sun is hot and will evaporate the water too quickly. The darkness and coolness of the night, on the other hand, will encourage fungus growth in the plants. Monitor your drought-resistant garden. Although this kind of garden is low maintenance, you still have to closely watch its health. Check that none of the plants is showing any sign of sickness and that all the plants are growing beautifully. See to it that the limited supply of water is not in any way damaging your garden. A drought-resistant garden is not only easy to maintain, it is also a lot cheaper. Particularly, you don't have to deal with a high water bill, since you don't have to water the plants as much.